Yep, you read the title right. More evidence of Andrew Garfield potentially returning for more Spider-Man projects. Now, if you watched like, what, 2 videos ago, maybe, I think it was, where we discussed this exact topic, and as well the new title for Spider-Man Freshman Year, you would know that recently Sony has been doing these random screenings of Across the Spider-Verse. And at some of these random Across the Spider-Verse screenings, they have had Andrew Garfield show up. Pretty random and odd, right? But as I always say, nothing in this world is a coincidence. But I mean, it's Andrew Garfield. We all love him, so who cares, right? No big deal. Now, at these screenings, he was there to talk about Across the Spider-Verse, of course, and as well just Spider-Man in general. If you hadn't previously knew, before Andrew Garfield, of course, fell out with Sony a while ago, around what, 2014, 2015 maybe? Holy shit, guys, that's almost 10 years ago. Where the fuck has the time gone, man? Anyway, they fell out because of kind of personal things between them, but also they did fire him for being sick and a bunch of other crazy stupid shit. But since then, Andrew didn't really ever talk about Spider-Man stuff. He kind of just wanted to move on from it. Like, he even said at one point that Sony made him hate Spider-Man after what they did with him. So now we're kind of at a point where it's like, okay, Andrew's talking about Spider-Man again. On top of that, he's appearing at these screenings for Across the Spider-Verse. What's going on here, you know? And there's like no way he's just doing this for shits and giggles. Like, they had to contract him for this stuff. So yeah, that's kind of like a summary of a couple of videos ago where we talked about this. But with today, we actually have some more evidence as to maybe Andrew is returning for something Spider-Man. We still just don't know for sure what it could be for. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. But really quick, before we get into the Andrew Garfield news, we are gonna go over some other Spider-Man news, some more general Spider-Man news. I did do a poll on my community tab a while ago and asked if you guys would like me to cover Spider-Man related merchandise. So that's exactly what we are going to be doing, because I think most people said yes, and I think that'd be cool to do. So today we're actually going to cover the U2's Spider-Man collection that recently got announced, because I never heard of U2's until they announced these, and these actually look pretty fire. So yeah, let's go over them. And if you've never heard of U2's, I don't really know how exactly to describe them. I would say they're kind of like Funko Pops, but they're more like vinyl figure statues, and they're not bobbleheads, and they also have a background to them, or like a set piece along with like the main figure or person or whatever, you know. We're about to get into it. You're about to see what they look like. So first one we got is Amazing Fantasy 15, the iconic comic book cover. This shit looks fire. Am I gonna get this one personally? No, but it's really dope though, honestly. This looks like pretty accurate, but I will say I kind of wish the webs were black. It's more like red, and there's like shadows between the creases which make the webs, if that makes sense or whatever. But yeah, these are all available for pre-order right now, and says they will ship in the month of May, and they are all $40 before tax and shipping, I assume. This one specifically is 5.1 inches tall. Next one, we got one of another iconic comic book cover, the Amazing Spider-Man number 50, Spider-Man No More. This shit looks amazing. I might actually get this one, but there's one I really want to get more than this one. This is probably like this one right here, the Spider-Man No More one. This one's probably like the second one I want to get after the next one we're about to go over. The next one we're about to go over is the one I'm gonna get first probably. But back to this one. I like the red-orange contrast. You got Pete with, you know, the blue kind of outfit, the yellow shirt, looking upset as he walks away from his Spider-Man costume in the trash, and the big Spider-Man behind him. Looks great. Good stuff. Also, forgot to mention, these all ship in a matte embossed protective outer sleeve, and it gets a custom sized plastic protector for max protection during shipping. So there's that. I gotta say, the box art on these looks insane as well. Like, look at that. That shit looks fucking fire. Also, this specific figure is 4.4 inches tall. Now, moving on to my favorite one. Like I said, I need to cop this. This looks so gas, guys. Web of Spider-Man number 1. Holy fuck, man. This looks like just amazing. Like, all right, you like start off, you got the gargoyles or whatever with the large smoke clouds, some tall buildings in the back that are colored differently, very colorful buildings, and in the way back you got the big ass moon, another tall building, of course symbiote Spider-Man dead center in all of his glory. I need to cop this, guys. Holy fuck, this is definitely the best one in my opinion out of this entire collection that we're gonna go over. Also, this one is standing at 4.8 inches tall. Next in the collection, this one's dope actually too. We got Spider-Man 2099 issue number 1. We kind of see the futuristic colorful buildings in the back, and then I think those are some police around him. And of course, in all his glory, Spider-Man 2099 with the skin tight blue, black, red suit, the pointy eyes, the pointy spider on his chest. They do also include his cape, his web cape, I think, although it may be a little hard to see. But this figure stands at 5.1 inches tall, so yeah, this one looking pretty awesome. Definitely gonna cop this someday. And probably my least favorite one just because of the suit they chose, but Miles Morales number 13. Again, I don't know why they chose this cover or this suit for that matter. I mean, like, it's all right, but like, if you're a Miles 2020 suit fan, I think that's what suit this is, 2020 suit, right? If not, correct me in the comments. But yeah, if you're a fan of this suit, you'll like this one. Otherwise, if you're like me, it's just like, bruh, why did y'all choose this one out of any other comic cover and suit for Miles? You could have just chose one of the classic suits for Miles, or even the 10th anniversary suit. That would have been fire as well. This figure though stands at 4.6 inches tall. So yeah, those are all of the Spider-Man U2s announced. Those are looking for the most part really cool. I'm definitely gonna cop at some point the Web of Spider-Man number 1 eventually. Maybe also the Spider-Man No More one. That one looks pretty cool too. Let me know out of the 5 which one is your favorite. Moving on to why you clicked on this video finally. As we did mention earlier, Sony and Andrew's relationship was complicated to say the least after the TASM franchise, and it even made Andrew not want to be a part of a franchise moving forward. That was until, you know, he returned to Spider-Man in Spider-Man No Way Home. That, alongside the Across the Spider-Verse screenings, makes it seem as maybe Andrew has changed his mind on Spider-Man and franchises in general, but he at least is talking about Spider-Man now, so that's a huge step forward. Keeping that in mind, what we discussed about Across the Spider-Verse and No Way Home, Andrew Garfield recently was supposed to appear in Frankenstein the movie. I think he was actually supposed to play Frankenstein himself in the movie, but also I believe he was super excited to play this part as well. With that being said, I think this was reported a week ago by major news outlets that Andrew Garfield has actually dropped out of Frankenstein due to scheduling conflicts, and Jacob Elordi has replaced Andrew Garfield for the role of Frankenstein. Now you're probably wondering, Scarlet, what the fuck does this have to do with him returning as Spider-Man? And what exactly does this mean? Let's get into it. So Andrew dropped out of Frankenstein for scheduling conflicts, meaning he's committed to something else. Whatever he's committed to, the contract he has signed on for whatever project, we don't really know what it is he's a part of, but essentially, right, Frankenstein's scheduling for Andrew does not align with whatever mystery project he's contractually signed for. So he had to leave Frankenstein project to commit to whatever this project or projects are he's signed on for. With that being said, people are starting to speculate some interesting things, considering realistically it's not too out of realm, but again, like, we just really have no clue currently. But Venom 3 and as well Kraven are undergoing reshoots right now, and Andrew hasn't been attached to any projects that we know of, if I'm not mistaken, other than Frankenstein, until he just dropped out of it recently. And if you're thinking, well, Venom 3 has been shooting for a while, yes, true, sort of, not exactly because of the strikes and stuff, but either way, if you weren't aware, No Way Home was actually shooting for 4 months, I believe, before Andrew got on set for that film, and he was a decent part of the movie, I would say. Like he had a pretty pivotal role, so it's not completely out of realm. Maybe Andrew will appear in Venom 3 and Kraven, who really knows? Maybe Andrew and Sony figured something out, because since No Way Home, it's been rumored like every other month or every month since No Way Home's release that they've been in talks, but couldn't find a good middle ground or come to an agreement on something. Well, Andrew is definitely in a contract with Sony for those Spider-Verse screenings. What else is attached to that contract, we don't really know, but they are clearly projects he's a part of that aren't known to the public, and the only thing we think it could be, if it's a part of that Sony contract, is Venom 3 or Kraven or both. Now, I think this wouldn't be a terrible idea, but they need to do something good with it. I hope they don't completely waste this if this is the direction they're going in, because like, if it's a stupid meaningless cameo, I'm good. Don't even bother. But if it's going to be Venom versus Spider-Man and Venom versus Kraven, or no, not Venom versus Kraven, Spider-Man versus Kraven for a good amount of each movie, and they confirm, yeah, the TASM universe is a part of the Venomverse, hell yeah, do that shit. And like, hopefully they could end up making TASM 3 down the line. Does this mean that they're going to do TASM 3? Probably not necessarily, but like, I think this would be like a good kind of prequel to TASM 3 or something like that. So overall, yeah, these are like the rumors and kind of speculation of what's going on with Andrew, and you know, the possibility of him returning returning as Spider-Man. What do you think? And do you think that it's possible maybe Andrew is in Venom 3 or Kraven? It's definitely possible. Or do you think, I highly doubt it. This is definitely a stretch for the stars. You feel me? I kind of feel like it's possible, but just keep your expectations low. You know what I mean? I feel like, after No Way Home, anything's possible. Like, remember pre No Way Home hype and just rumors and leaks and stuff? We all thought, no way Andrew and Toby's gonna return. Lo and behold, they fucking returned and we're in the movie. With that being said, I want to hear your opinion, so make sure to comment down below so I can interact with you in the comments. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you're new to the channel, I try my best to cover confirmations, rumors, leaks regarding Spider-Man media, and whatever else I'm interested in. So if that's what you're interested in, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 5K. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and to check out my last upload at the top left. Hope you ever had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.